Hello and welcome to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on probably not going to be 10 minutes or less, the second biggest flyable ship currently in the game. Let's take a look at the ship behind me, the AEGIS Reclaimer, a industrial salvager. Starting with the exterior, you can tell this thing is a behemoth. It is massive. It's considered a capital-sized ship. It has 6 remote turrets on the outside. You got 2 of them right here on the front. There's one at the top, kind of back here. Up here, you got a man turret. That man turret has 2 size 5 CF557 Galdine repeaters. And then the remote turrets have all size 3 CF337 Panthers. So, and those are size 3. So this thing's got an arsenal on it. That's 12 size 3 defensive capable turrets and the manned size 5 capable turret, which is amazing. Gotta love it. There is no pilot controlled weapons or missiles on it. So, it's an industrial salvage ship. You're not looking to attack people with this thing. Also on the exterior, you have the new and updated claw, which, it's hit and miss with some people. I actually personally love the new salvage features. I hate that it's on and off button right now, but that will change. They're not going to make it so easy in the future. It's not going to be an on and off button in the future, and I'm sure of it. So because nothing in this game's that simple, right? So why would they start now? And then starting here, you got a whole bunch of lights on it. This thing is bright as all hell, which you'll see right now on screen. And then here you have 2 scraper, and they come with tractor beams as well. So you can use that to scrape the hull of a ship, which is worth a lot of money now for that material. I think it's upwards to almost 12,000 per SCU, which is amazing. And then you also can use this claw to now fracture, as you can see on screen, ships as well as disintegrate them. Once you disintegrate them, the material flies in, goes into the ship, and goes into the new buffer system. The new buffer system is a part of the new salvage features, and basically what that is the ship itself can hold up to 240 SCU in a buffer, and then you can go down there and empty that buffer out, putting it in the cargo hold, which is an amazing quality of life feature. It was definitely needed so you can continue to do these things without having to run back and forth. Let me swap cameras real quick. Alright, so as you can see, this thing is massive. Huge. That's what she said. It's starting to get dusty. Let's talk about the entrances on the ship really quick. You have 2 ground entrances. You got a small single-person elevator here, and then you got a cargo elevator back here. That elevator, obviously, I'm a little too high off the ground, so I won't be getting back in there. You have also 3 entry points at the top of the ship. There is one that attaches to a docking ring at the very top, and there's 2 on the side that can attach to docking rings as well. Let's go ahead and head onto the inside so I can try to get this to be a 10 minutes or less review of this ship, and we will go from there. Okay, now that I've entered through the side elevator here, I do want to let you know I probably will miss something on this ship. It's a massive ship, and I'm trying to keep this review short and simple. First of all, this is the deck you enter where you're going to have your scanning stations. You got one here. Well, that's actually remote turrets. This here controls 3 remote turrets. This right here is a scanning station. This right here is 3 more remote turrets. And then another scanning station. The scanning stations are good because, you got to scan for material out there to salvage, right? Here is there's probably going to be some sort of component access right now. Can't open that, so yeah. This looks like 2 escape pods, probably for the pilot and the co-pilot, obviously. If we were to open this door, actually, this is right there. I mean, you have 2 seats, left and right. These are for your scraper modules and tractor beams. So then after that, you have the pilot seat on the left, and on the right, the claw. Right now, it is a simple on and off switch. You turn it on, you press M, And then, you use the controls. Alt-W to fracture, Alt-S to disintegrate. It will get more advanced. I mean, mining did, everything has. I mean, that's just the nature of Star Citizen, right? This ship is probably going to get a rework someday, because like now these machinery things don't make as much sense with the new claw. But it might even make sense now still. The disintegration material still has to come into the ship and be processed, right? Even the Vulture has a new processing on the front. It still crushes it like that. So maybe it does make sense. I'm going to go ahead and head up to the habitation deck right now using this nice little elevator here. There is also a ladder right there, so if the elevator system doesn't work for some reason, that ladder will take you up to the same deck, so that's good to know. It is a long climb. As soon as you get up here to the top, to the left, you will have turret access to your man turret. Right past that is that emergency area where you can climb up through the ladder. And you also have the gravity generator, which is spinning really fast, I must say. I'm going to try not to take too much time in each area. Through this door is your drone room. So this drone room here actually has the surveyor class surveyor drones. You'd launch your drones out of here and look for, salvage material, all sorts of different type of resources that you're using this ship after. That's going to be pretty cool when that feature comes in. There's a couple ships in this game that actually require, the use of drones. Really quick, I will show you up here where the turret is. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a room with a chair in it. Looks kind of evil. It's not. It's just to protect your ship. So you get up here, and it has some mighty big guns. Big guns go pew pew. Slow firing, but they pack a punch. They have 113 rounds. I mean, you're not going to worry about, running out of capacitor really quick, right? Because you got 113 rounds. The refresh on the capacitor is not terrible either. So, I mean, look at that. 113 rounds, boom, right back to it. All right, now that we're done looking at that turret there, we're going to move on the habitation deck. You go around the side here, you're going to see the drone room, and then right here, you go ahead and access this area. It's like a component area. You're going to probably have some sort of battery control here, something you're going to need to fix sooner or later when your systems are being attacked. Right across this side, you have escape pods for the crew. Kind of a bad position, honestly. You're going to have to run across half the ship just to get to some of these escape pods. But, I guess depending on where you are in the ship, it might work out. You head over this way, you have like an engineering computer, can't use it. You move up here. And then here is a docking collar. This is the one that goes to the roof. So you would, open this up and you would have, I have the doors open on the outside. That's why you can see out. And then you'd have that docking collar there to dock with ships from the top. This is probably one of the biggest kitchens. And I will say right now, this ship is very reminiscent of like an Aliens type vessel. And by like, what I mean is like the movie Aliens. Like the white components and everything. The flooring, the walls, everything just looks very like I just turned on that movie. It's actually kind of, this would be a creepy ship to have some sort of animal let loose in the verse whenever we get that. We'll start to the left here. This is the captain's quarters. The captain's quarters is fantastic. It's kind of a, an all-around room. You would probably never have to leave this room as the captain, right? I mean, you got the desk where you can probably run this whole ship with plenty of storage for everything. You got access to computers here. You even got yourself a small kitchen, food storage. You got drinks, microwaves, everything you need there. You got a little bit of view with some benches. Right over here, once this door opens, you have a bed. It's not the, it's funny because you'd think this would look much nicer with how that portion of the captain's room looks, but it doesn't look that great. Right here, you open this door, you got the nice bathroom. Nice-ish bathroom. It's got a ton of toilet paper, so that's fantastic. Dirty as all hell toilet, shower, and of course, I don't even know what's going on with this mirror. I'm just gonna go ahead and move on out. I can't seem to ever open this, won't let me, so it's probably some sort of storage area. It kind of looks like the one over here on the crew side. So if we go across the hall, you got the crew quarters, and you got a bunch of bunk beds, which is always good. This is the same type of door that was by the bed, so that's what it looks like. It needs a component pass for sure on this ship. Hopefully they'll do that soon with the reworks they're kind of doing with all the salvage, but I don't think they will. They're just getting it up to date with all the salvage. Look at that mirror. That's wickedly weird. You go over here, you got yourself another... This ship is dirty. They need to clean this ship up, I swear. You got 2 showers, 2 crappers. Real prison-like, in my opinion. So, yeah. Gross. Moving on, the crew quarters is what it is. I mean, you got your crew. They're going to be stationed there. That's awesome. So keep heading towards the back of the ship here. Now, here's your airlocks. They're all in the same spot of the ship. So hopefully you don't have a major issue with this portion of the ship and you can't have any access to your airlocks, or you are in kind of a shitty situation. You obviously got 4 suit lockers, and then you have your exterior access to the outside, which looks beautiful right now, by the way. So, same deal, other side. Here's where taking care of the ship is kind of a pain in the ass, right? You got the sub deck here. This sub deck does not have any elevator access. So that big old elevator right back up there, which we will go to next. This room here, oh, just going to do that elevator thing, huh? The only way to access this is with these ladders. So this is where you're going to have the majority of your components. You're going to have components here. You're going to have components there. You can't open them, any of them right now. And you have this like nuclear reactor looking, you know, power generator here, which looks fantastic. It looks phenomenal. I think the lighting's cool. But this is going to be a wicked room. You're going to always have to have somebody in here once the engineering gameplay is out, or you're going to be in hell of a situation, right? Having to always go down this ladder. And yeah. Moving back up, we'll go to the elevator. We'll show you each deck one by one. There are quite a few, so I'll try to make it somewhat quick. The decks are kind of simple, right? You have... they're just really simple. It's primarily just holds. Like, you got a cargo hold, you got a salvage hold, you got the salvage processing deck, which is when you scrape or fracture and disintegrate a ship. That's where that's all going to go. We'll stop with the very top deck first, the salvage balcony. This is basically where you're going to go if you're the manager, you're the owner, you're the pilot, whatever you are, and you're controlling this ship. If you really want to be the person that points at what to do, this is where you're going to do it from. You're going to be standing up here like God Almighty, telling everybody what they need to do. That right there is the salvage processing deck. You see you have 2 salvage processors, one left and one right, which we'll go to next. I do have some stuff in the buffer, so I'll show you a look at that and how it looks when it prints. I think I have a tractor beam. Yeah, okay, cool. When you gather salvage material like scraping a hull or fracturing, disintegrating, it all goes into the buffer combined. But it is still 2 separate materials. So you're going to print them from here into salvage boxes, obviously, and put them on the cargo deck. So as you can see, it says total internal storage, 231 out of 240 SCU. It shows you what I have. 230 construction materials, 0.86 recycled material. And from here, you can make 1 SCU boxes, 2 SCU, 8 SCU, or 16 SCU. Obviously, you want to do a 16 SCU box, right? So you're going to go ahead and hit eject. You'll probably want to turn on auto eject so you can kind of keep pushing them out. That would be the most, you know, the easiest thing to do, because you're going to have a lot. This ship, it gets salvage material quick. While that's working on that box, which is about to come on out right now, I'll show you this right here. This area, and I have it opened. You can open this area down here. Man, it's kind of a bad view from here. I'll have to show you in just a moment. That goes down to the salvage cargo hold. So, yeah, let me first move this box here. And that's that. That's construction materials here. It's 16 SCU. They can print from both sides at the same time, so you'd have that on an auto eject, and then you could throw that down to the salvage hold, or you can bring this down to the cargo hold. It also fits here, so line it up here, boom, boom, boom. And this ship, it holds 420 SCU, and then it has 240 in the buffer. So you can technically do 420 printed boxes and 240 in the buffers, so this thing carries a crap ton, right? Let's go ahead and start going down to the other decks really quick. Next one is the salvage hold. Honestly, if they do a rework, they're probably gonna... I don't see the point of the salvage hold anymore. I really don't. I think they should make it a part of the cargo hold. You know, just another cargo deck, because that's pretty much what it is, right? It's just where you're going to hold certain things. I don't see the point of this deck anymore. But this right here, you can't see it here, which is really strange. But I do have that open. As you can see, I shot out. It is open, so on the exterior of the ship, you can see it, you know, open, and you can drop box out there. So that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and go to the cargo hold next, which is the last deck here on this ship, before exiting the ship, obviously. And this is where you're going to hold a lot of your cargo as well. With the new 3.22, the ship is fantastic. It's got so much potential. This cargo room's quite small, but you know, it holds a lot of cargo. You can fit quite a few boxes back here. The ship's got a lot of potential, and it's already fantastic. It's amazing in 3.22. You can technically solo this ship now with that buffer, but it's still going to take you a while. The ship takes forever to take off. It's got a huge quantum fuel tank, but it's slow as all hell to get out of atmosphere. I'm landed on Daymar right now, which doesn't have that bad of an atmosphere to get out of, so I'm not going to have to worry about that too much. But getting out of any of your landing zones, which is where you take off from and land and sell your material, takes forever. So just be ready for that. It does take forever, and you do have to land at a capital city to sell your material. So, I mean, there's probably some sort of shortcut somewhere, maybe, that you can get close enough to a station and try to sell material. I doubt it, though. But yeah, I mean, this ship is... It's meant to have 4 to 5 crew, but you can technically solo it now. You can do all your fracturing, salvaging. It's obviously slow, takes off slow, it flies slow. It's not supposed to be a fast ship. It's a literal capital ship. So I'm going to go ahead and, without taking this, well, you know what? I'll just take off anyways. I'm going to give you a review score right now on it with a 3.22 coming out, giving it all the new features. And while some of those features aren't fleshed out yet with how they work, I'm still going to give this ship a very high rating. And honestly, given the lack of, propulsion getting out of atmosphere, the rating's going to be, I'm going to say it's probably a 9 out of 10. Because, I mean, obviously it's a hulking ship, right? So you don't expect it to go ultra fast, but it will be a 9 out of 10 for me. Because the engines are huge, and I feel like it should have more push behind it. Even though the engines look huge, but look at those thrusters. They're tiny. They're tiny thrusters. So my review on this ship is a 9 out of 10. With all the new salvage features, it's pretty much a 10 out of 10, right? It's fantastic. It's a great ship. It's huge. It's lovely. It's amazing. It does need a bit of a rework, and it needs its component pass, but otherwise, let me know what you think of this ship in the comments below. And yeah, definitely didn't make this in 10 minutes or less, but that's okay. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.
You